Have you ever wondered whether or not you have free will? Maybe this initially appears obvious. I mean, did you not just choose to click on this video? Was that a free choice? Or was this choice predetermined in some way, on a fixed path? Introducing free will and determinism. This video will be slightly different to the other two, as there needs to be a clear structure as to avoid an overload of information and philosophical jargon. We'll begin by looking at 3 different accounts of the will, or 3 interpretations of what free will means. Then, 3 varieties of determinism, and conclude with 4 possible standpoints after considering their compatibility. Firstly, the faculties model of the will. Its origin can be found in the writings of Plato and Aristotle. This model identifies living creatures as having certain capacities, namely, the ability to grow and reproduce. It then adds that free agents are distinct in that they also possess additional faculties, such as intellect, volition, and empathy. Quoting the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy, it is in virtue of having these additional faculties and the interaction between them that agents have free will. The second account of the will we'll call the hierarchical model, also can be known as rational deliberation. This view identifies a structure in decision making, using desire as the catalyst. Here's an example. I desire to eat ice cream. On this account, this is a first order desire. I desire to eat an avocado instead. This, a desire to desire, is a second order desire. The final part of this process, in this example, is a second order volition. A desire that a certain desire be one's will. According to Frankfurt, an agent that is free acts in alignment with that which they desire to will. In this case, eating the avocado as opposed to the ice cream. The third and final account of the will we'll cover here is the reasons responsive view. This view identifies free agents as ones who have the ability to respond rationally to a given scenario or reason. An example of this. Say you had decided to climb a mountain, starting the ascent at 7 AM the following morning. You later learned that bad weather is expected that will potentially make the journey very dangerous. If you respond to this new information rationally and decide not to act on your previously made decision, by this account, this is an example of one exercising free will. Now, onto determinism. Firstly, causal determinism. Quoting the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, a loose definition of this can be described as so. The world is governed by, or is under the sway of, determinism. So it is determined or decided. If and only if, given a specified way things are at a time, the way things go thereafter is fixed as a matter of natural law. The Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy illustrates this using a short example. If one takes a point in the past, say 100 million years ago, and proposes there be a description of how the universe was then, in addition to this, a description of all the laws of nature, given these 2 pieces of information, causal determinism holds that there is only one possible future, based on these conditions and laws. The second account of determinism we'll cover is logical determinism. This account, in a nutshell, holds that propositions about the future must be true or false, and future events, whether they do or do not occur, also have truth or false value. The third and final form of determinism we'll identify here is theological determinism. This account shows similarities and parallels with accounts of free will and causal determinism. It holds that God, a free agent, ultimately determines and is responsible for all actions and volitions agents perform. It's worth noting, though, that Christian theology and doctrine offers eternal salvation and punishment in the form of heaven and hell, based on the volitions of a given agent. So, on this account, has God willed the fate of an individual already, or is an agent free to will their volitions? In this video, we've identified 3 accounts of the will and 3 accounts of determinism. I've popped a little chart on the screen now that highlights 4 standpoints in this debate. Are we free? Are we puppets? Or are we both? These standpoints, along with the accounts we have touched on here, branch out beautifully into a seemingly endless tree of possibilities. I hope this video sparked your interest and serves as a gentle introduction to this debate. I'd like to share a short quote that I can't accurately cite because it's on many places on the internet. Life is like a game of poker. The hand you are dealt with represents determinism, and the way you play it is free will. This was my attempt at briefly introducing free will and determinism. What do you think?